Frontline Chat with Harry Tanguy and Dave Wardell.
Happy New Year! Hello, everyone.
Oh, isn't he beautiful?
Who's got the most grey hair around their muzzle now?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Hang on. We'll get him. I know that's true. You are just changing into your dog, aren't you? Your whole persona is being changed.
Like their dogs. Yeah.
Did your wife?
I can
Does
think
your
of
wife
worse
follow
people
you
that
with
look
a?
like Finn.
Does your wife follow you with a poo bag now?
Finn did two poos live on a live earlier on today.
Hang on,
It's a special treat for all his followers.
Did he two poos?
Yeah, two poos, not just one, two.
And they weren't border terrier size either.
No, they weren't.
Oh, mate. Anyway, have we spoken to each other since Christmas?
I don't think we have. No. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone out there. My goodness. Look, we've got Linny. Linny Ellis is there. Afternoon. Happy New Year. Yeah, God, it seems a long time ago since we were saying that. Wilfred Jenkins, you've got a lot to say for yourself. What are you saying here? There we go. Let's bring you on because you've got a lot to say. Hello, Dave. Finn. Happy New Year from your big fan, Wilfred here, and his friend Percy Pig. I have lots of Percy Pig's things for Christmas, which do the Christmas from Santa. Lovely.
What did Finn get from Santa? Wow, Finn got loads of stuff from Santa. I wouldn't know where to start. He was a very spoiled boy, as you can imagine.
Wow, there's loads of comments coming in here. Good. Yes, I think Finn is stealing the show again. Ultra jealous as usual. Yeah. Hello to you all, especially the gorgeous Finn. Dave, you need to get yourself some wet weather trousers. Haven't you? No, that's dog handlers don't have waterproof gear, do you?
Yeah, you could see the no. We are dog handlers are pretty waterproof in themselves. Yeah, on our dog walk,
isn't it?
On the live, you could see the water creeping up my legs, but yeah, I need to get some new trousers.
What's this Percy Pig thing going on about, Wilfred? What are you going on about, Percy Pig? Don't know.
Don't you know what Percy Pigs are?
Yeah, I do. But isn't that a children's cartoon? Or
no, Percy Pig. That's Peppa Pig. Percy Pigs are sweet. In fact, do you remember we had Nigel on, who we need to get on again, who was mine and Finn's trainer and now our friend, and he now runs a charity for PTSD dogs. He was banned from eating Percy Pigs and full fat Coke, because if he had that combination, he would just be like a child with ADHD. He would be all over the place.
Oh, is it like that?
Funny stories of Percy Pigs, yeah.
My God.
So, Harry, what have you been up to? You've been away. You left us. You left the country.
Well, I've got things happening at home, so I decided to get out of it in Norway with my two brothers. Yeah, so just to really look, this is what they do in Christmas. This is Christmas in Norway with both. My brother has moved from his house. He got divorced a few years ago, and he bought a boat, lived on the boat. Thought he was a bit worried that his grown-up kids wouldn't visit him anymore, and you can't get rid of them now because they all sail. And when his youngest goes off with the boat, he says, do you remember that is my house, won't you? And he has, we then went to this field, this island. It's uninhabited. 5G. I was doing a video, sent it down, bang, like that. This is an uninhabited island. In Norway, the coverage is phenomenal. And then I'm losing it from one side of the house to the other.
Yeah. Your brother lives on that boat 365 days a year.
Yeah, he does. And he said he was so scared initially because he thought, what if I get fed up with it after a week? You know, I mean, he was in the Royal Navy, and then he was in Norwegian Coast Guards, and then he's now a teacher. And he's one of these people that did like my sister did as well, did a degree in their late 40s and stuff. So in child psychology or something, and anyway, so he's over there. There's Timon, a little dog there, is a rescue Jack Russell, not rescue. He was in a family with 6 kids, and he ended up being in a cage in the house and not having any walks, and he put a lot of weight on. And they said, "Do you want to have Timon?" And so it's 3/4 a kilo off already. He's got a kilo and a half to go, and he's loving his life on the boat. He is loving it.
Look at that. Look, I mean,
was just
full screen. Get rid of us and make that full screen. That is beautiful.
That was the phenomenal. That's no filters. I promise you. That is taken with my
that is just
my
amazing.
phone. That's taken with my phone. It's not even an iPhone. And that's Geren. That's the boat that we were staying on. Timon's around. We had the fires. We just it was just
beautiful.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I think
there's a picture of you semi-naked with your brothers. Show us.
Well, hang on. When you say semi-naked, yeah, I did wonder, should I show my nipples on this thing? Didn't think I would on Frontline Chat before, but there is actually.
I think we've seen your nipples before.
Yeah, do you think you have?
Christmas with me.
So I don't know if you can hear this, but basically, you can you?
Yeah.
So -5 is the air temperature. Water is +5. There's Timon. You can just see there.
You ready? Do you want to go together?
This is Christmas Day, I think it was.
Oh my goodness!
Norwegian fjords on Christmas Day.
I don't think I could have done it. Oh my goodness!
Notice the dog stays where he is.
Do you swear, Harry?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, initially it was Twitter friendly, and then an F word came out, I think, or an S word. I was saying holy poo. Survival technique that you get dry snow and.
That's it. I'm not going in there again.
And when he comes out, seriously, I would have crawled over his body to get out of that water. I was so cold. You know, and then he goes in again. So it's sods.
Can't look like a weak brother, can you? No.
And it will just pan around. The camera will just pan around. My other brother taking this, he did go in the next time round, so it was good. But he goes, "Isn't it amazing the feeling it gives you?" I went, "What, hypothermia?"
Yeah, that is amazing. How you feel when you got hypothermia is great.
Yeah,
Rose said the dog had more sense. I agree.
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
And you just pan round. It'll pan round to the right there. This is where we were on Christmas Day. And
oh yeah, I hardly noticed.
I mean, it was like a mirror, that place.
Wow. Well, it wasn't until you lot jumped in. Did you not get cabin fever? I mean, it's not a ship. It's a sailing boat. It looks amazing.
I was at the back bit, the blunt bit, which they call the stern, I believe, and it was just so cozy. And Timon just dived into my bed, so he was underneath like a little caver, and it was just so cozy. And because we were saying, "Is it going to be cold in your boat?" And he's like, "No, I've got heating." You know, he was like, "What a stupid question."
Yeah.
and he's got real neighbourhood there as well. So that neighbourhood is there. So when I stuck that on the internet, got back, his mate, who's an electrician, which is why they do all the Christmas lights and stuff like that, said, he said, "Oh, we're going over there now where you were." So, but anyway, what have you, I know you've been up to things. Certainly Tia has been, hasn't she? So what's she about here?
Yeah. So Christmas has been a bit weird for us, but in a bizarrely good but bad way. So we had COVID in the house. Tia and Gemma both had COVID. But one thing that meant was, for the first time in about 15 years, we had a completely uninterrupted Christmas. None of us were at work, although Gemma didn't feel particularly great, she didn't have it massively bad like some people. We were at home all together, which, like I say, first time in 15 years. So it was a lovely, lovely Christmas. So whilst Tia was off, she's been getting her stuff together, getting some equipment together that she got for Christmas for editing and filming live.
Oh, nice one.
She's started her kids club, which she now changed the name though. She's now called the Top Kids Club, and we bought her some business cards.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Christmas.
Hang on a minute. Oh, right. Nice cards, one.
Top Kids Club. And she did there's the email address and stuff. She did 25 Tricks Till Christmas, which she does every Christmas. And I've just got to give you this figure because we added it up how many views she had over Christmas for her videos, and she's teaching people simple tricks to do with their dogs over the Christmas period. She started doing it last year because everybody was in lockdown, obviously, and struggling for things to do, and she had 50,000 views for her top kids club tricks till Christmas, which is just phenomenal. It's mind blowing. So I think she probably is officially the most famous child dog trainer in the country. So we're very proud. So every Saturday 9 a.m. on this Facebook channel and Finn's Instagram channel, she does a live. So if it goes wrong, it goes wrong, and she's got to cope. A live tutorial.
She'll be able to adapt.
You and your dog a new trick. Is aimed at
two parents like you, where you are. She's used to seeing people thrown into a situation and dealing with it, and if it goes a bit Pete-tong, you get yourself out of it, don't you? It's better when things go a little bit awry, I find.
Yeah, it went wrong for me in Britain's Got Talent on the first live show. I think Tia's going to be the same. She's going to be so sort of cool and calm about it, but it's live to add that added element. So if the dog decides it's not going to do what she's asking it to do, she's going to have to talk you through it and how to do it. But she's got so much experience, she's so good with the dogs. So if there's anything you'd like her to show you, then do send her a request and we'll get her to do it.
I don't think I couldn't even think of a quarter of 25 tricks for Christmas. My goodness.
No. He's amazing.
By the 25th, it must be teaching them to poo in their own poo bag, isn't it?
What I'm hoping, Harry, is that she becomes this amazing, well-famous dog trainer, and then I can retire. Yeah. I've said to her, all I want is if she has a nice, 5-acre bit of land, I'll just cut the grass. Just buy me a tractor all day long, every day. I'll just cut the grass. Yeah. I'll be happy then.
Do you know it's true with cops, isn't it? Cops, and because they go. We're sort of thinking of you go to a job, you don't know what the job is, and you get thrown into it, and then you find solutions because there's no one else there, or you go to a road accident, it's absolutely chaos, everyone's screaming, and then the police turn up and they go, oh, thank goodness, and it's you have to sort it. And I've noticed there's a lot of cops who, when they retire, they just want just that. They want a job where they can just drive elderly people to the hospital. We've
got a few people that do that. Yeah, they do. It's just it's something normal. And nothing's going to go crazily wrong, and no one's going to. Well, they might rely on you, but they won't need you to save their life and put your fingers in their arteries or anything like that. That would be lovely.
You're right.
I'd love that.
It is. It sounds really, really good. I just want to add this one to the screen. You brought this one in, and I'll just play this one. Actually, there's two types of dogs. You probably won't hear the music. I don't think on this one. This is so true, isn't it?
Brilliant. Obviously, we spent a lot of time at the treadmill with Finn over the last couple of months, and he enjoys it. You can imagine. I mean, our Frenchie.
There he goes. Something. Where is he?
Our Frenchie would
this
probably
is so loud in my ear. I can't hear you. There he is.
Oh, brilliant! And for anybody who hasn't seen that with the sound does help to make it. It's on my.
It does, and it was really loud in my ear. So it's a shame. I don't know why. I'm just going to try something. Just tell me if this is it. Tell me if you can hear the sound with this. Thumbs up if you can, because it's really loud. Now, no, rubbish. No. Okay. I don't know why. And this, you just sent me a picture of this one, mate. What's this telling? Oh, I better get out of the way of the wording. There we go. Found a stack of commendations.
We've done. Yeah, no. Well, see, it just goes to show you that not every copy's bad. So we're just sort of redoing the houses. We're slowly working our way down. It's almost done. But everything was boxed up because we were moving to Devon last year, weren't we? This time last year, we were getting ready to move to Devon. So then we decided to do some renovations, and so everything got boxed up. And when unboxing, you find stuff that you'd stashed away years and years and years ago, thinking, "Oh yeah, I'll put those up one day." I think the plan was to put them up in the toilet once upon a time.
Right.
But yeah, that's like my stack. And I'll hang on. I was going to say that's my stack of commendations. So stuff that I've done well and I've been recognised for. But actually, when you start to read it, most of it is Finn's. There are a couple in there that are just me. But so that's the stack of good jobs that we've been recognised for over the year. There's other things in there. So there's the Twitter awards. I got Police Officer of the Year in 2008. So there's all sorts of.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. Police Officer of the Year 2008.
Yeah.
Jeez, what was that about, mate?
So I reinvented the wheel. If I'm honest, that's what policing's all about. We all know that. I reinvented the wheel, brought back Rural Crime Watch, and had some amazing results. Banged up a prolific burglar, and got some stolen farm equipment back, and all that sort of stuff. And we just did really well. And so we go to this amazing swanky do down in London where the then Home Secretary, Jackie Smith, she was there giving out awards. And it does make me chuckle that, I wasn't there, I didn't think we were going to win. It was an amazing night out. But the people that won were TSG, the Thicky Stupid Group, the tactical support group in the Met. TSG for diversity. So they're shortened down to TSG for those who don't know. The tactical support group. Those are the ones that normally go to the riots and they get sent to the high crime areas and that sort of thing. But because they're called TSG, everyone else in the country calls them the Thicky Stupid Group.
And you wouldn't, but not to their faces because they have to be very large.
No, I know a few TSG. In fact, our friend Mike Pannett, he was on the Thicky Stupid Group for a few years, which probably explains a lot, really.
I was just looking at a few things as you said that, and I've got a couple of box files. I've only got 2 commendations. Judge's commendation, which the commendation, I hide it because it was the one that happened very recently, actually. It was where I baton gunned some guy with 2 kitchen knives running towards me and my colleagues. And so it was like, we don't want to get this one wrong because we had conventional firearms as well. So if I'd messed it up, he would have been shot dead, quite frankly. But it was a good job. But the write-up in the commendation was so naff. I was like, people would read it and go, "What's that for?" They didn't really mention the knives very much.
Read it out.
Read it out. Mention the knives. Oh, do you know? I don't think it's got it. Oh, I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it when you're doing that. But I've only got invitations to the Queen's Garden party.
We had I want to say that Finn and I had an invitation to the Queen's Garden party, and then COVID hit.
Oh, really?
I saw the Lord Lieutenant the other day, and he remarked about how gutted he was that Finn couldn't meet the Queen.
Look at this. Look,
oh my God!
The big.
Oh wow! Look at that.
That's
You're
me.
holding your sandals. Look at those legs.
That's my book.
Very nice.
It's 5 minutes from my house. That is. No, there's a lot. There are quite a few newspaper ones there. There's also another newspaper one there that says mystery cop deals with, because when I was off duty and I had the cash and transit guys and there was a big hoo-ho because it was this big cash and transit going where they nicked the cash box and ran off, and I caught him, and because I was in armed response and I was all trying to be all mysterious. I was trying to be all mysterious. I said, "Oh, don't bother with the name and don't bother with the names. It's mystery Paynton cop tackles 2 armed robbers." And look, I came across this one actually as well. Look at that.
Oh, look how young you are. You've had a sheltered life, Harry.
I know.
It's brilliant. Your jacket is as well.
And then all those courses, the courses you've been on, the courses I've been on, millions of courses. And I remember being really nice. I remember when my daughter, she's 22 now, but when she was about 11, she said, "Daddy, can I have a file for all my certificates and things?" I said, "Yeah, of course you can, sweetheart." So she had a little swimming stuff and all that. And her file was like that. I said, "That's nice. Look, here's Dad's." I was a very bad daddy that day.
So Gemma said she's going to put all our commendations up on the wall in the study. So we'll probably have the same thing with the kids going, "Oh my God, look at all that."
You were blooming good, because I got 2 commendations. My section got masses of them, because guess what? It's down to the supervisor how many commendations you get, isn't it? It's down to them as to who puts them forward.
Yeah.
Of course, my only excuse, Dave, is that I did the sort of job where my bosses didn't actually see what I did. That's all I'm saying. Or I was a really shite cop, which is probably more than likely. I'll tell you what, I did want to show this brilliant, this lovely little clip here of now this is Devon and Cornwall puppy trainers, and you can see you probably can't hear, but there's music to this, and he's just listening to the music. It's how to deal with it. I love it when they cock their heads like that.
If you guys aren't following them, I can't remember the name of the account, but follow the Devon and Cornwall puppy.
Search DC Police, and it will be DC lower score police, and it will be police dog. There's not, police dog or trainer. I'll get it up before long, but it is absolutely brilliant. And the other one they had, it was almost like a Zoom walk. Again, they get all together. Paul is the one who actually runs it. Quite right. I'm trying to remember his name, and it is. There we go. And this was just fantastic. All these future police dogs. Can you imagine all the jobs these are going to go to eventually? Yeah. Their history.
It's one of history. Devon and Cornwall dog section. It's one of the top dog sections in the country. That guy that Harry just mentioned, Paul. What he doesn't know about rearing puppies is hasn't been thought about yet. He's amazing. In their program, one of the only dog sections in the country not to have faced massive cuts over the last
true 10, true. Most others have taken 50% cuts, haven't they? Most others, and yet Devon and Cornwall remain the same, because they realise that, and don't get me wrong, they still haven't got as much as they'd like. It's because a lot of bosses who didn't understand dogs didn't realize. They thought, well, if you cut the dog units by half, you can be slightly more efficient, which is rubbish, because it means you were lazy before. And it just means that, if you're one side of the patch and there's only one dog, you're probably going to miss the job. You will miss the job. Yeah. And yet if you've got 2 and you're either side, one of you's going to get the job. So it can go from one job to no jobs. It's 50% less dogs means probably 75% less chances of success. Yeah. It's bad news, isn't it?
I have to agree. You can keep me talking about that all night, but I'll probably end up getting into trouble. Someone's this is quite a good point to make, actually. Someone's asked if I still work Hero and Pearl. Yes, I do. Hero and Pearl, wonderful dogs. I'm now more in an instructing role, but they're still my dogs. We still get to go to jobs. They still do lots of training. They're still top of their game. I have to be a little bit careful. Harry and I have got some events coming up. For Harry, now he's retired, he can just go and do what he wants. When I get involved in this planning, I have to go and ask for permission. They ask all about it. They want to know who's there, what's going to be talked about, I can't even say that I'm a police officer. There you go. I can't even say that I'm a police officer.
So I'll take over from Dave here, because Dave's following the rules entirely. You can sort of see wonderful.
And I can't talk about Hero and Pearl as well, which is very frustrating. I'm not allowed to talk about Hero and Pearl because they're police dogs, which I find very frustrating because they're amazing. But there we go.
It's true. So, but the good thing is I can talk about these things, but I obviously have to have certain respect. The reason why the great British public out there, so you are aware, is that you can imagine if I had, say, a shop and I said, hey, I'm a police officer, you can trust me, come and buy my things. Well, the force would not be happy with that, quite rightly, because if I then sold a rubbish item, it would reflect badly on the force. And it's sort of the similar with what Dave might be doing. So if he said spoke openly about the work he did, with Pearl and Hero, I think the line is very thin. They don't like to set a precedent for other things. They say, well, Dave can do this, blah, blah, blah. So you have to be very careful and keep that separate. You'll understand with the wording of this advert, I had to change it. Dave had nothing to do with this anyway, with the writing of it. But it said, join the UK's most famous armed response. That's not my wording. I do apologise for that. Response cop. More like Twitter thing. But you've got to advert. I insisted on it, Dave, really. Harry Tanguy and Britain's Got Talent. You notice it says Britain's Got Talent finalist, handler of retired famous police dog. So we won't be able to say that Dave is a police officer and that you can come and see our show because he's you see what I mean. So that's what I can say to him, because he can't actually stop me saying that, because he tried to. He's told me not to say it, and I just did. So that's the thing. But incidentally, everyone, seriously, if you're anywhere near Paignton, this is the one for Paignton, and we've got Halifax and Leeds in April, 7th and the 9th, I think it is. Halifax and Leeds, similar. We had a hell of a laugh, didn't we, with
it was amazing.
Smith as well. But
it was incredible.
A lot of people said it carried its own anyway. It's carried itself anyway.
We were supposed to be on for like 50 minutes, weren't we? And we ended up being on for like an hour and a half, and then run out of time for questions and stuff like that. It was just
we took the questions, but the things you have to keep to a tight schedule, because people want to go to the bar and things, and people in the theatre's got to make their money in the bar, so it's really important we could. But we thought, okay, we'll have some emergency subjects in case things go a bit, and we didn't even touch them, did we? And
no.
It was great fun. It was buzzing at the end of that, and that was in Chester. That one, that was Linny went to that one.
Yeah,
thank you, Linny.
I think we got my friend coming over from Atlanta, obviously just to see our show.
Yeah, Linny, you're coming on. Nice one. I mean, I just absolutely loved it, and we'll certainly be looking at doing other ones as well. But it's just fun, isn't it, Dave? It's just fun to get out there, have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And the other thing we were deciding with, when I'm gonna start getting some more guests and things. Stop being so lazy. It's just I have been quite busy. My role at the moment is I am a publicist, don't you know? I said, well, it's sort of promoting projects and people, and I'm doing it very much with the lead of my colleague, Sophia Can. And at the moment, we are representing Jack Carroll, promoting. If you remember him, he is from Britain's Got Talent Day. He's doing the circuits all around. He is hilarious, very, very very funny.
He's actually got some talent as well.
He's acting as well.
Here. Yeah, unlike other people here who went on Britain's Got Talent, Jack's actually got some talent.
you no, mate, that's not right. So I'm keen to keep obviously my Twitter side of things very much police orientated and things, but sometimes there he is. I suggest you follow him. He is brilliantly funny. 81,000 followers. It's pretty impressive, that. And he's doing his theatre stuff he's doing later is going to be absolutely hilarious as well. So that's Jack. Can't wait. Really looking forward to that side of things. But yeah, once we've got guests, we're going to make it an hour. When it's just Dave and me, we're going to keep it half an hour. Isn't that agreed, Dave?
I think so. I think it makes it much more informative and punchy, and then we can give a bit more extra time to our guests. So yes.
Yes, good. I think that works. And I think people have got things to do, places to go, people see. It's nice they're more likely to be able to hit it with half an hour and then go and do their things that we all need to do. So, and funny enough, it's 16:28 already. Carroll, Chester was great fun. So pleased I got to meet you both. Carroll, absolutely superb. And yeah,
but yeah, come along. It takes such a huge amount of poor Harry's nerves to make sure that I'm there. You've got to come. You've got to come to our events.
all these, and the thing is, it's even more nervous because you think someone gets COVID or something like that. It is risky, but also because in February I do sort of Radio Devon, sort of working out about once every 3 months with David Fitzgerald, who is the presenter on there. And he's brilliant. He's actually brilliant. He's like a local celebrity, very much so. He's hosting us as well. So we've actually got a professional hosting us. So we'll get somebody. He's got our books. He's reading our books, isn't he, Dave? Just like Ian Paulson Davies did, that actor for Chester, and it was brilliant because it's a bit of an eye opener for them, I think, as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's it. We've got to plug it a little bit, haven't we? Otherwise, get the book. I sold loads of books at Christmas. Did you sell all these books at Christmas? Your own book?
I did. Hang on. I can't remember what it looks like.
You need to remind me. And there's the Cornish Scoop as well.
So I noticed the other day we shot up the charts in the Amazon book charts, which is really cool.
Oh, did you?
So,
I didn't even look at mine. I don't know if I went that much, but I'm just really pleased with the reviews. I've nearly got 1,000. Yeah. Oh, if you've read Farms and Fatals and you haven't done a review yet, do me a favor and do a nice review. If you've got a nasty review, then just don't bother.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'll take your word for it. I
found about
nearly 1,000.
I found about 1,800 reviews about our book online. So Amazon, and there's another one called, I can't remember what it's called. But equally, if you've got a good review about Fabulous Finn, put it on there. If you've got a bad one, keep it to yourself.
And somebody wrote a really nice little comment about that in my direct message. Cornish Scoop. Because I'll be honest with you, when I did that novel, I didn't know if it was going to be a little bit shite because I've never done a novel before. And I genuinely didn't. And that is a scary thing to do. And basically, that's sort of Farms and Fatals Part 2. So if you enjoyed Farms and Fatals, that one there is to just embellish a few things with Farms and Fatals down the middle, down the line, absolutely accurate. That thing, I can use that incident from there, bring it in together, make a little thing together, and that's where. And I could easily do another one. It's whether I can find the time or not. Dave, okay.
On that point about time, I reckon we should probably do our half-an-hour show. So I'm going to leave you with that. Don't forget Tia's dog training live, Facebook and Instagram on Finn's account. 9 a.m. on the Saturday morning live. Please support her. She's going to be the next big thing in dog training.